Hello, in this video I'm going to explain estimate by rounding. So what we'll do is we'll round first and then add or subtract or multiply or divide numbers. Okay, so we're going to round first. So here we go. Question number 1. We're going to add these 4 numbers, but first we're going to convert them to, we're going to round them first. So we have 72. We're going to round that in a minute. Then we have 24, 28, 83. Okay, so we're going to add these. So first let's round. Okay, and I covered rounding in our previous video, M1.2. So this rounded to the nearest tens is 70. This is 20. This is 30. This is 80. Now, if you're not okay with what I did here, you want to go back and look at the other video, M1.2. So here I assume you know how to round. Here we're going to estimate using rounding. So now we're going to add these rounded numbers. 0, 7 plus 2 is 9, 9 plus 3 is 12, 12 plus 8 is 20. Another way we could have done that to make it easier is to use the commutative and associative properties. I see the 7 and a 3, that makes a 10. I see the 8 and the 2, that's another 10. 10 plus 10 is 20. Okay? Now, so let's go ahead and put these in here and see what else they want us to do. So the first box is 70, 20, 30, and 80. And then they want their results, and we got 200. Okay, now part B of these, some of these questions are, when it says find the exact answer, they're talking about this. See, this is the exact answer. There's no rounding involved at all on this, using these numbers, the original numbers. But the rounded numbers, that's the estimated value, the ballpark figure. It's about 200. But now we want to find out exactly how much it is. So here we go. 2 plus 8 is 10. 10 plus 7 is 17. Okay. With me on that? 2 plus 8 is 10. 7 plus 1 plus 2 is 10. 10 plus 10 is 20. So the exact value is 207. So we were off 7 points, or whatever the value of that is, whatever the unit of measurement is. So 207 is the exact value. Okay, so this is something similar. 415, 626, and here they want us to round to the nearest 100. So this to the nearest 100 is 400. This number to the nearest 100 is 600. And always watch to see what they want us to do. Because in some cases, I've seen students add when they're supposed to subtract and so on. So look at the operator, mathematical operator. So we're adding. So 400 plus 600 is 1,000. So let's put in our intermediate numbers in here. 400, 600, 1000. And now they want the exact answer, which means we're going to add these numbers, the original numbers. 5 plus 6 is 11. 1 and 1 is 2. 2 and 2 is 4. 4 and 6 is 10. So our exact answer is 1041. All right, so estimate the answer by rounding each number to the nearest 10. Then find the exact answer. So remember, first round, then add or subtract or whatever the operation is. So 87 minus 21. However, let's do the rounding part first. So we're going to round to the nearest 10. So this is going to be a 90, and this is going to be a 20. And we're subtracting, and the difference is 70. Find the exact answer. 7 minus 1 is 6. 8 minus 2 is 6. The exact answer is 66. So here we're multiplying. So let me make some room here. So we got 32 times 48. All right. And they want the exact answer. So why don't we do this first, and then we'll do the rounding. All right, so we have 2 times 8 is 16. 8 times 3 is 24, plus 1 is 25. Cross that out. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3 is 12. Let's add these up. 5 plus 8 is 13. 5, 1. Okay, so we'll keep this in the back of our mind here, 1536, because they want the estimated answer first. So we need to round 32 to the nearest 10. Well, that's 30. We need to round 48 to the nearest 10. Well, that's 50. Now, if you recall from the multiplication video, that if you have zeros to the right of numbers, you can just simply bring them down, because 0 times anything is 0. And then multiply the non-zero digits. 3 times 5 is 15. So our estimated answer, which goes first, is 1500. And our exact answer, which we found earlier, is 1536. All right, so here we're subtracting. 664, 189. We're going to round to the nearest 100. So the top number becomes 700. The bottom number becomes 200. And now we're going to subtract 0, 0, 5. So the estimated answer is 500. The exact answer is, well, 4 minus 9. We cannot do that, so we got to bar from this digit. So the 6 becomes a 5. The 4 becomes a 14. 14 minus 9 is 5. 5 minus 8, we can't do that. We got to borrow from the next digit over. 6 becomes a 5. The 1 from here comes next door and makes this a 15. 15 minus 8 is 7. And then 5 minus 1 is 4. So the exact answer is 475. Now, just a little side note here. So this estimation and approximation comes in handy once in a while. Math is mostly exact, but there are cases where you just want to know, roughly speaking, how much is it. So for example, you go to the car dealer and you say, I want to buy a car for about $250 a month, no more than that. And then the salesperson comes back and says, okay, I have something for you for $241.93. As far as you're concerned, it's close enough. And the fact that it's under 250 is even better. But that's the purpose of rounding and estimating, is just to give a ballpark figure. But there are cases, many cases, where we want the exact answer, such as on our paycheck, right? Your paycheck, your bank account, and so on. All right, let's keep moving. Okay, now we have this concept called front-end rounding. Front-end rounding. So let's write these down. 779, 362. Now it says, estimate the answer by using front-end rounding. All that means is that regardless of how big the numbers are, like 779 or 362, it does not matter how big they are, you're going to round to the front end. Well, what is the front end? It's the leftmost digit. You're going to round to the leftmost digit. So in our case, the leftmost digit is the hundreds, okay? So front-end rounding is like a short way, lazy way to say round to the nearest hundred in this case, or to the nearest thousand if it was a thousands place, and so on. It applies for regardless how big the number is. Front-end rounding, leftmost digit. So here we go. Front-end rounding means we're rounding to this guy here. Look to the right. This is a 7, which means we add 1 to this 7. All right, so 800. 800. It's still the same process. Front-end rounding just simply identifies the digit, the place value digit that you're going to round to. So here the front-end rounding is going to take us to the 3. Then we look at the digit to the right. It's 6, which means we got to add 1 to the 3. So the 3 becomes a 4. So the bottom number becomes 400. And here we're subtracting. So again, be careful with the operation. Well, 800 minus 400 is 400. Okay, let's put that in there. Now they want the exact answer, which is over here. 9 minus 2 is 7. 7 minus 6 is 1. 7 minus 3 is 4. So as you can see here, if we were talking dollars of car payment or whatever per month, so this would be the estimated rough answer, and this would be the exact answer. All right, so 417. So here again, we're using front-end rounding. Front-end rounding, okay? So 718 times 29. Now, the numbers are different lengths, but it doesn't matter. Front end is front end. So for the top number, the front end is the hundredth spot. So this top number becomes 700. This bottom number here, the front end, is in the 10 spot. So the bottom number becomes 30. We'll multiply. We're going to use the shortcut way to multiply since we have the zeros to the right of the numbers. I see 3 zeros. I'm going to bring down 3 zeros. And then I'm going to multiply the non-zero digits. 7 times 3 is 21. 21,000 is our estimated answer. Now they want the exact answer. All right. 9 times 8 is 72. 9 times 1 is 9. 9 plus 7 is 16. 9 times 7 is 63. 63 plus 1 is 64. And now we're going to switch gears to the 2. 2 times 8 is 16. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. 2 times 7 is 14. So we got 2, 6 plus 6 is 12. Carry the 1. 5 plus 3 is 8. 6 plus 4 is 10. Carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. All right, so our exact answer is 20,822. So we're back to front end rounding here. So, and I'm going to line these up vertically. 37, 79, 53, 58. Adding. So front end rounding. Now we're at the thousands place, 1,000ths place. Since this is a 7, this becomes a 4. 4,000. This is the thousands place. Since this is a 3 here, this stays as 5. So 5,000. We're adding 0, 0, 0, 9. 9,000. And now they want the exact answer. 9 plus 8 is 17. 8 plus 5 is 13. 8 plus 3 is 11. 4 plus 5 is 9. All right, so here we're estimating the sum. Sum means add, right? So when you see the word sum, it means add. Now notice here they don't mention the exact answer, so don't try to do the exact answer unless you see it here, because you might be wasting your time, or just practicing your addition, which is also fine, but it doesn't look like they're asking for it here. 42 plus 76 plus 39. Sum, add. So we're going to round to the nearest 10. Top number is 40. Next number is 80. Next number is 40. Add zeros. 4 plus 8 is 12. 12 plus 4 is 16. 160. Oops. Let's see what we got here. Uh, 42 is 40. 76 is 80. 39 is 40. An estimate for the sum is 160. So 8 plus 8 is 16. All right, so what am I missing here? Oh, there's another number. That's what I'm missing. Okay. All right, so that's okay. We got it. Made that so small here so you can see most of the screen, but I missed a number. So we got 25. So 25 rounds to 30, correct? 30. So let's try again. Zeros. We said this was 16. 16 plus 3 is 19. So there it is. You saw your instructor make a mistake. Good. Notice I didn't get frazzled, right? Just find out what happened, figure it out, and get it correct. All right. So estimate the difference by first rounding to the nearest 1,000. All right, so let's write this problem out. 42,000, 718, 13,000, 165. We're subtracting. Let's round to the nearest 1,000, which means the 1,000. All right, the 1,000. Since this is 7, the 2 becomes a 3. 43,000. The comma is optional. And then, again, we're doing the 1,000, which is this digit, the 3. Then we have a 1 next to it, so this stays as a 3. 13,000 minus 13,000. 0, 0, 0, comma, 0, 3. So the difference means subtraction, is 30,000. All right, so now we're multiplying. So they change operations, right? So just watch out for what you're doing so you're not wasting your time. So here we're multiplying. So we got 43 times 83. And we're going to round to the nearest 10. So the top number is 40. Bottom number is 80. We have 2 zeros to the right of the numbers. They come down. 8 times 4 is 32. And we're done. Nice. 3,200. All right, so this one here gives students some issues. So I'm going to change this format into long division. So I'm going to change this format into long division. The 73 is the divisor, so that goes outside of the box. The 345 is the dividend. It goes inside the box. And now I'm going around. Now, estimate the quotient by rounding to the nearest 10. 10. So let's look at the 73. Well, 73 to the nearest 10 is 70. 345 to the nearest 10, which is here, is 350, right? Because this is a 5, so we add 1 to the 4. So this is 350. So now what we have is 70 times 350. It's not as bad as it seems because, look, if you have to make a rough guess here, here's what you do. Pretend this 0 does not exist, and pretend this 0 does not exist. Basically, the right-hand digit I'm blocking out for my mind, pretending it doesn't exist, and I'm pretending this doesn't exist. Then I say to myself, how many times can 7 go into 35? And the answer is 5 times, right? 5 times. So let me just put the zeros back in play here because it is part of the answer. So I'm saying the answer is 5. Well, let me check and make sure it's 5. So does 5 times 70 equal 350? Let's see. 5 times 0 is 0. 7 times 5 is 35. It is. It absolutely is. So whenever you have big numbers like that, pretend the rightmost digits, take one away, and get a rough estimate. In this case, they purposely made it so that way you'll get an exact answer. Because here, multiplication is not the issue, or division is not the issue. Here, rounding and also estimating is what they want you to learn. All right, so this is how you perform estimation by rounding. If you like my content, click on the like button, post your comments below, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.